Hey everybody, this is going to be just a quick 10-15 minute one. I have about an hour on GoPro at this museum. I got John with me from the National Transportation Museum. We're in the automobile portion right now. On the other side of the camera is something that I was in search of on my Route 66 trip, and he walked me through, and on my right hand shoulder I was so engrossed in what he was saying about the automobiles I didn't realize the Coral Cort Motel was right behind me. So I'm going to pan around real quick, and well, before I do, you'll see it on the longer version, but just to capture it one more time, John actually, growing up in the area, saw this when it was in operation. And what did I'm going to turn off so the lights are on you better. What did your dad say about it, John?
Well, when we drive by, my dad said, "Don't look." He had the reputation for everybody in town going out there with their illicit affair and park the car in the garage and have a little bit of privacy and have their afternoon delight or whatever they wanted to do. And it wasn't a place for a good Catholic boy like me to hang out.
So it had, and we're on the GoPro video. He's going to explain something about a murder that took place and how the perpetrators held up in here for a while and the results of that. We're not going to go back into that exactly, but he did tell me that this is, which I wasn't sure, but these are actually what we're looking at. If you touch that, that is the Coral Cort. That exactly is the material that was used. And when he was saying that, illicit affairs, some of the misnomers that these were called were no-tells. So you would park your car in there, close the door, and you may not happen to be with your wife or husband, but you park it in, nobody recognizes your car. Obviously, if that was your car and it's outside, hey, what's Vin doing outside the Coral Cort? But no, I'd park it inside. Whatever's going on goes on, and then we're good to go.
Well, interesting anecdote. The key fob, of course, these had locks on the doors. They didn't have all these electronic keys like we do today. They had an actual key with a key fob, and the key fob said you could rent them by the day or by the hour. And when you asked the proprietor of the motel, what about this hourly rate, he said, oh, that was for the truckers. If they're driving through and they get tired, they can stop in here and take a nap for a few hours. Now, that makes a wonderful story, except I don't know how you could put a truck in that garage.
So there was an answer. There was an answer for everything.
Yeah, that was the story behind the story.
So when I get to Tucumcari, I'll be staying at the Blue Swallow, and the unit that I'm staying at, I actually got one that does have a garage yet. And I explained on the GoPro video that a lot of these were evolving with the times and the volumes of travelers. They actually did away with a lot of the garages and converted them into rental units. So if you had a property of maybe 10 of these units with garage, you took out the garage, made it a rental unit, and you just doubled your capacity, and people got accustomed to parking outside. I do not know of any motels or hotels that still offer independent garages, other than the Blue Swallow, which is original, that will offer them. Now, as I drive through Route 66, I have seen a lot of these motels that did the conversion. So they're out there, the conversions are out there, but parking your car in it is something else. I didn't want to miss any of this. John, was there something here that I missed on the GoPro that I should know?
I was just looking over here. We've got a few of the artifacts from the Coral Cort, some of the linens and the trash cans and stuff. I wanted to see if we had that key fob out here that
I'm not kidding. I have that exact map.
Yeah,
in my collection. I have that exact map right there. You guys can see it. I'm sorry, not. So these are some other old stuff. But this is interesting too. So you got the Coral Cort towels. Wow, it's not as critical as artifacts off the Titanic, but when something gets destroyed or decommissioned, who saves towels, right? Mm-hmm. This is probably from a trucker that was only there for an hour, like John said. Oh, and here's some of the glass. To allow the, is that a matchbook? Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. It's a matchbook. I've heard of the Thunderbird. I have, on my travels, John, and like you said off camera, you did the trip yourself, and there were some different expectations that you experienced. But I don't know if you remember or not, but I have driven past things that look just like this.
Sure.
With nothing there. The whole structure's gone. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't want to say post-apocalyptic, but is that the Hooker Cut? What is that? Follow the original path incorporated on Main Street America.
Yeah, Hooker Cut, Route 66 near Lebanon.
Okay, I'll be passing through that because I still got to go through Lebanon. I'm going to go visit Ramona over at the Munger Moss Motel, see how she's doing. I stayed there on my way out. So Hooker Cut, we'll be seeing that again, folks. This is what you see. This is more common now. where you see they'll guide us along our way by saying historic Route 66. This is New Mexico. Wouldn't be surprised if that's around Tucumcari. But yeah, I just wanted to do a short one on this because this was one of the iconic things, this Coral Cort Motel, one of the iconic things I wanted to catch. So I'm going to throw this quick one up on YouTube off my Samsung, and then I'll have the longer one off my GoPro later on tonight. Right, you guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, don't forget to get out there and ride. Whatever your passion is, there's no better time to do it than now. Life's an adventure. Make your journey a good one.